Alright, so now we get to move on to Frost Gems and Thunder Gems, which, the Frost Gems are found by basically the jellyfish, which I think are sea neons and sheltering zones or something like that. And the Thunder Gems are found by the screwdrivers and the aqua tanks. These gems, actually, these synthesis materials, are probably the most annoying for me to find. Just because farming in Atlantica is extremely annoying. The fact that you cannot dodge roll, the only thing that you have is the dolphin kick. I mean, going back to Atlantica is just, it's not one of those experiences that you enjoy, so yeah, you want to get all the synthesis materials that you can out of this and to do it quickly. The first spot that's, a decent, I think let's see, there really are only two-ish or 3 areas that you can get some good synthesis materials. Sea neons and sheltering zones can be found in this area and near Ariel's grotto in the area after this. And the aqua tanks with the screwdrivers can be found like right here. A screwdriver and aqua tank is going to drop down. And later on there's like where there's like this whirlpool in the middle of the area, there's this aqua tank and screwdrivers. So, and in the area after this, there are a bunch of aqua tanks and screwdrivers. So those are the best places to find what you're looking for. Alright, now we've got Gales, Mithrils, and Orichalcums in this section. And this is the world right before Final Rest and the end of the world. And yeah, you can find all these synthesis materials here. In this room is actually really useful, and not just for farming for synthesis materials. Basically, the trick with this room is it's right next to a save point, and you don't have to move 2 rooms away in order for the enemies to spawn back. You can just go back to Final Rest, and then go back through that heart-shaped opening, and the enemies will spawn again. So basically, you use the Trinity Limit trick to... so when you go through that room and you face all the enemies, use Trinity Limit to kill all, if not most of them. Pick up your synthesis materials, experience, whatever, then go back through the area to the save point, refill on your MP, and repeat. And you can also use this room in order to get a certain mushroom, because I think that is a mushroom room, and it has all 3 of them, like white mushrooms, blue truffles, and black funguses, or black fungi, or whatever. So if you're looking for mystery goo, and you want to, not have to go back and forth between areas in order to finally get, in order to find them, then this is definitely one place to go. So yeah. I also should note, like, Mithrils and Orichalcums, you can find those from, like, treasure chests, so I would recommend, like, looking for an online guide for treasure chests on Mithrils and Orichalcums before you try to think about getting them here, because it really is difficult and tedious. So, just a little tip from yours truly. Alright then. Okay, so now we're moving on to the power gems, which can be found from air pirates, pirates, and battleships, if I remember correctly. Obviously, these guys can be found in Neverland. I think a few of them can be found in Monstra, but that's not like the best place to get to find these guys to get the power gems. So I would just go to Neverland, because you can find air pirates there too. You can find battleships. And it's just a whole lot easier because they're frickin' everywhere. So yeah, what else is there to say about it? You just go to these places. I guess the best places would be in that little area, that little hallway that I was in. Captain Hook's, or like the captain's room, or whatever it is. And then outside on the actual ship is where you're gonna find a lot of them. I think you can find all 3 of them. You can find just regular pirates, air pirates, and battleships outside, so I think that would be the best place to find them. I think you can also find blue truffles out there. Or, no, I remember, they aren't called blue truffles, they're called rare truffles. I'm pretty sure somebody's already corrected me in the comments, whatever. But yeah, they're rare truffles, and, since I have a lot of time in this section, I might as well explain how to get the mystery goos from the other things, I guess. Like, you can get mystery goo out of a rare truffle if you combo him into the air 100 times. So like, he literally, you hit him and he jumps into the air, and then you just keep jumping and hitting him and jumping and hitting him, and as long as he doesn't touch the floor and you hit him 100 times before he hits the floor, well, actually, it doesn't have to be 100 times. That's just the best chance. You can get it between either 10, 50, or 100 times. For the black fungus, I think you have to get a critical hit on him, so that would be Trinity limit usage. But yeah, get a critical hit on the black fungus, you're probably gonna get a mystery goo. And for white mushrooms, it's basically a game of charades, which I'll explain when I get to the mystery goo section. And oh yeah, a bit of fair warning when you're outside the ship and you're like, you know, floating over the water. Synthesis items can disappear into the water, so do not try to kill Heartless over water, because if you do get a power gem, it'll just disappear into the water and you won't be able to get it. So just a good strategy is when they're like over the ship, you stop and then beat the crap out of them so that you make sure that they stay on that part. Alright, that's it from me in this section, and I think I only have one more to go. Alrighty then. Okay, now we got a shitload of stuff to give. We got bright crystals, lucid, power crystals, shiny crystals, and bright gems, which can be found from, let's see, wyverns give out the power crystals, dark balls give out the lucid crystals, wizards give out the shiny crystals, and defenders give out the bright crystals, and search ghosts, what was it, shiny gems? I don't remember, but there's a shitload of synthesis materials that you can get in Traverse Town. You basically just have to run around and, you know, it's all around you. Like right there you could get a lucid, I'm pretty sure that was a lucid crystal. But yeah, you just run around here a bunch of times, like in a big circle around all the districts, and you're bound to find them. I think the wizards are actually found in the alleyway, and I'll show that a little bit later on. But yeah, wyverns are kind of, you know, hanging out in the second district on the lower areas and when you first enter. Defenders you're gonna find in the hotel and the hotel hallway and the third district. And that the bright crystals, trust me, those are gonna be the most difficult to find. I think even with Lucky Strike, it's maybe 2% of a chance to get a bright crystal. So you're probably going to have to go around a lot and kill a lot of defenders if you're going to be looking for bright crystals. So, yeah. That's just what I've gotten from my experience. But, yeah. I think the search ghosts are, you know, down in the lower area on the second district and right there. I think that's the only place you can find them. And dark balls are practically everywhere. I don't think you can, you know, avoid them. They're just freaking everywhere from what I've seen. So... yeah, that's pretty much it for all of those guys. So it's best to get best in Traverse Town just because they're all in one spot, and you don't you know, clutter yourself with all these other Heartless, because Traverse Town is it pretty much takes like all the basic after Hollow Bastion Heartless and puts them all in one. The Dark Balls, Wyverns, Wizards, Defenders, and, well, Search Ghosts, you know, that's just, you know, an added bonus, I suppose. But yeah, you find all of them and you just run around in circles until you find all of them. So that's all for this little area, and last up will be the mystery goos. Alright, last but not least we have the mystery goo, which can be found from white mushrooms, black fungi, and rare truffles. Now I do have the wrong location on there. I said in the video it says that I'm in, what's it called? In the deep jungle, but really the best place to find it is in End of the World, because in that area right before Final Rest, you can just keep on going back and forth between that area and Final Rest, and the enemies will keep on spawning, and you just keep on going between there, and you'll actually find a variation between the white mushrooms, the rare truffles, and the black fungi. So that's gonna get you your best chance. Now, how to get it the mystery goo from the rare truffle and the black fungi I already explained, but with the white mushrooms, it's basically a game of charades. So what you have to do is you have to get the correct magic 3 times on the white mushroom, and it'll give you a prize. And to get the mystery goo, you have to use the same magic 3 times in a row. And it doesn't have to be like in, one after the another. You can wait until he, trips over to use Kuraga. And for certain things, like if he's waving his hands towards him, that means that he's cold, so you use Firaga. If he's shivering, use... No, wait, if he's shivering, use Firaga, and if he's, if he's waving his hands towards him because he's hot, then that means you use Blizzard. So, if you figure out what each of those mean, and you use the right magic for each one, and you do it 3 times in a row, that's going to get you your best chances of the mystery goo. So, hopefully that explains things for you guys, and there you go. That should be everything.